Today we're going to install an 8-inch BAF muffler on a 2006 Toyota Tundra 4.6 liter engine. I'm Coach Fred. Come follow me. This installation took me 1 hour. Here's the exhaust layout. Pause if you need to. As you can see, the truck is already on the ramp. And then in the front, we installed the wheel chocks. The truck is on park and the foot brake is applied. Safety first. All right, so the first step is to lubricate this. All these rubber hangers. Put WD-40 here. Then the second step is to take out the bolts here. You're gonna loosen it this side. Not this side, but the bolt side. Right there, the bolts. We're gonna take out the whole unit. There's the two bolts that we need to take off. There's two. And there's two. And then at the tail end, then loosen this fifth one. We already started to remove the 4 bolts in the front area. And we will move back right here and remove the 5th one. The exhaust system will not fall down because it's still being held by the rubber hangers. We want to remove the front portion first before removing the rear portion. By separating the two, it won't be as hard or it won't be as difficult to remove, making it easier for us. All right, so you notice we have taken this out already. If you look over here, so he's putting it together. But here, we remove this, we're gonna separate this two. My position here is I'm facing towards the rear axle. This one is we're gonna separate from here. But first we're gonna use the hammer to remove this. And then that. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, you go like this, Ed. Oh. Yeah, see, I'm doing that. That's how you do it. Okay, I got the front removed, the rear removed, and I pieced them together and I laid them side by side with the new replacement. So here's the pipes. We're gonna cut it right here. Right here. Here's where we cut. We're gonna cut right here. Alright, so we're using the sawzall right here for the middle. We're gonna cut it as close as we can. Right there. So this piece that we cut off, we're gonna put it in here. Right there. Okay, next step is we're gonna put this and then install underneath the truck, all of them, and then we'll put WD-40. Then after we do that, then we install this main exhaust system. Then lastly, we'll do the tailpiece. So while Ed is doing the rubber hanger, we gotta make sure we still have the gasket. This is the gasket. Then we got this gasket here.
It's crumbling, yeah.
Okay, it was because this is the gasket. This is the gasket. Give it a different angle. Gotta make sure those have the gasket. Before we install the exhaust system, we put in the rubber hanger underneath the truck, lubricated with WD-40, and then we install the exhaust system. We need the WD-40 so it'll slide in, or else we're gonna have a hard time. Install the exhaust system towards the back first. As you can see, Ed is putting it in the back. See how he's installing it? Yeah, he puts it in a hole right there. And then we'll do mine last right here. So you can see Ed did a good job at putting the hangers inside the rubber banger here. And then I did this part right here. So this whole system is being held by the rubber hangers. So the last thing we have to do is this portion and then this. So this too with the 4 bolts. But when we're tightening up these bolts, we got to make sure we tighten up all 4 of them evenly, and we put the pressure going upwards, because you don't want to tighten it up sagging. All right, so we got this pipes lined up to the stock, and then you can see Ed is putting the bolts here. We're just gonna hand tighten it, and then here, and then we make sure we don't tighten it cross-threading this thing. We're gonna tighten it all 4 of them like you're tightening up your lug nuts. You're gonna do it evenly, and make sure we push up a little bit pressure going this way towards the top, so we don't tighten it sagging. To tighten this up properly, you see this flange here. When this thing bends just a little bit, that's tight. Okay, so we're gonna tighten this up, and then once you see this kind of bending a little bit, then that's good. So what we want to do, see how this gap here, we want to bend this flange just a little bit like this, just a little bit. And once we bend it, then that should be tight. So here, you notice that the gap here is smaller than here. Smaller here. That's what we call tight. Alright, so we're done installing the main exhaust system. The last thing we have to do is do this. And that's the last piece right there. The tail piece. We put this clamp here. Then we're gonna insert it right there. As you can see, it's already installed, the tail piece. It's inside the hanger, and then we get the U-bolt right there, which we have to tighten up. Now, this originally, the tail piece was pointing downwards. Now we adjusted it and pointed it a little bit up. To tighten up the U-bolt properly, position it at 12 o'clock, tighten it up, and then loosen it, reposition it to 3 o'clock, tighten it up, loosen it up, then reposition it at 6 o'clock, tighten it up, then loosen it up again, then finally reposition it at 9 o'clock, tighten it up, so you can get a better seal. I'm gonna tighten it up like this, and then loosen it up, and then we're gonna tighten it up this way, then loosen it up, then we're gonna tighten it up this way, then loosen it up, then the final one, we have to tighten this up. The reason for this is to make sure we have a good seal here. Now we're tightening up this one, and then we're gonna loosen it, and then we're gonna reposition it. As you can see, he's loosening it up right now.
See, it doesn't reach, bro.
And then we're gonna go 90 degrees, do the same thing, tighten it up, and then loosen it. After he's done tighten that side, now he's gonna loosen this one up.
You thirsty, man?
Right there, so he's tightening it up. After he's done tightening this one up, then he's gonna finalize it 90 degrees to the right, towards me. Alright, so now he's tightening up this side, and then once he's done tightening up this side, and he's just gonna leave it like that. Now this is gonna be permanent. So we're done now. So what I'm gonna do one more sweep, and I'll show you how it looks like. Alright guys, that's the final installation. Okay. And what we did here, we lifted it up a little bit higher. The original, it was actually pointing downwards. So that's it, guys. We're gonna do a test after this. There you go, baby. And of course, we're not gonna rev it because it's not warmed up yet. We're gonna do it now. Now that the truck is warmed up, we're gonna hit it at 3 to 4K. Three to 4K, 3 and 4K. The 2006 Toyota Tundra didn't have any sound at all. It was a very quiet truck. The radiator fan made more noise than the exhaust. After we did a catback replacement, now you have this deep rumbling sound, and now it sounds like a real V8. Now, if you have any questions about what you guys saw, call me, message me, leave some comments, and I'll get back to you.